But yeah, what was you saying, Don? Who was the highest what?
Highest paid linebacker Roquan Smith. Highest paid cornerback is Jair. And Derwin, the highest paid safety.
Chargers legend, Derwin James.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my question to you, Don and Stu. How many of those players are worth what they getting played for? I mean, paid for right now.
Oh, all of them?
Yeah.
Except Darren Waller.
No, all of them. You worth what somebody willing to pay you something. Now, if you reworded the question, would I pay him that much?
Okay, yeah, that's what you know. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay them niggas that much.
I don't care what they thought. I want to know what y'all think.
Nah, yeah. I would pay all these niggas that much except Darren Waller and Roquan Smith. I'm not giving a linebacker $20 million a year. That's gonna piss me off. I'm not gonna
Roquan different, bro. Roquan is really good.
He's very different, but I'm just not used to that right there, man. Because I don't even think I paid Kuechly that.
Oh, you crazy as hell, boy.
No, I don't think we ever did.
I would give Luke Kuechly every penny I owned if he was.
I'd give him whatever he wanted, yo.
I don't think he ever had that type of contract, though.
Yeah, that's because the TV money didn't really come in like that when Luke was in his prime, man. He had an opportunity for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he should have though.
Luke contract was $12 million.
12 million. That's Derrick Henry money. Which is also kind of ridiculous. Running backs, I think running backs should have their own wage scale. Because what running backs get is just bad, man. Like, Derrick Henry's making what, 12 and a half a year? 12 and a half million a year?
Yeah.
Is Jair Alexander better at corner than Derrick Henry is at running back?
Yes. Huh? No.
No. Come on now.
It depends.
Is Roquan Smith better at linebacker than Derrick Henry is at running back?
Nah.
Is Chris
last year?
Not last year.
I don't see it. Like, I don't think we're understanding what Derrick Henry has done the last 5 or 6 seasons because he's still doing it and he's still here. But like 6'4", 245-pound running backs aren't supposed to be doing what they do. They're not even supposed to be people. Like, he's supposed to be a tight end or a linebacker. But instead, he's rushing for 1,400 yards a year.
Brandon Jacobs walked so Derrick Henry can run. That's
that. LeGarrette crawled for that nigga to run.
LeGarrette couldn't run as fast as Derrick could jog. That's the problem.
That's very true.
Derrick Henry get the full speed, nigga. It's like a big ass rhino coming at you, son.
Nah, I mean, you cooking. You cooking with something right there.
But LeGarrette Blount got rings.
He got what?
Yeah, he got rings.
He's a thug. That's what he is. Didn't he punch somebody in college?
Yeah.
He probably did. He probably deserved it.
I don't know what's with Oregon players and punching people, but they just like to do it.
I think it's just a football thing, yo.
He's got to punch a nigga.
Always after the game, too.
Ain't no wrong with that. Punch him in the game, you get kicked out. Well, at least the game over now.
That's true.
Man, we getting right into it. I can't prepare today. DJ, drop the beat.
Sip. Yeah. Sip. Yeah. Big bet. Tell me what you niggas really know about big tech. These niggas be swines, might as well be made of pig flesh. Might make an appearance, but that shit just for the quick check. We the jiggy niggas in the city, bitch dipset. I just made a play and I got double back. In a day, what you make in a month, I'm making double that. I can make the money come easy, I'll never fumble that. I might fill the tub up 100 and take a bubble.
Yeah, we back for another episode. Three-way deal. Your favorite trio. That's what I should say. Your favorite trio. Better than Three Musketeers. We better than the Bloodline. We better than everybody, yo. I'm your host. Hey, Hey, Don, it's not the time. I'm your host. This is Grizzly Gray. You already know what it is. I got my two co-hosts with me here today. I got my boy to my it's y'all right, my left. I think. I hope. My man, Mr. AJ Stu. Shout out to him. And I got my man down under, Mr. my man, Mr. Pat Swankerfee today. Yeah. I like it. We got a good show today. It's an all NBA pod. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna be talking about the playoffs. We had the draft lottery last night. We're gonna talk about the coach firings. We're gonna talk about everything that we could talk about right now, just NBA wise. Just because what else is there to talk about? I mean, we got hockey and baseball, but y'all not ready for that yet. Y'all not ready for that.
They're definitely not ready for baseball yet. They
ain't ready for that, yo. We gotta get more viewers. That's all I'll say.
We can sneak.
Not gonna specify the demographic. You just need more viewers. But yeah, first thing I want to kick off with today, y'all, just because this is something that's obviously kind of big in the media today, if you were to say, and
oh man,
it's a reoccurrence, so we gotta talk about it. My man, Ja. My man, Mr. Blicky up in the trunk. Hey man, I'm gonna just say a little piece about it, and then y'all can say whatever y'all want after that. I get 100%. He's like that. Like if a regular person did that, cool. You know what I'm saying? He's exercising his amendments. He's not harming anybody. He ain't doing technically nothing wrong. But I want just for everybody to stop being dense about is that 9 times out of 10, if y'all employers about, for people that have, higher up jobs and I don't want to say more serious jobs because I feel like all jobs are serious, but
we don't job shame around here.
Yeah, I don't job shame, but you know what I mean. The more upper jobs and things like that. If y'all jobs seeing y'all doing that, y'all getting fired. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why people are trying to kind of be dense about this, and like 100%, he's free to do whatever he wants. But yo, you in the NBA, you're up next to be one of the faces of the NBA practically. It's a kind of image that you gotta have. If he doesn't want that image, cool. But yo, you can't throw away this money like that. You can't throw away this money just because you want to wave a gun and like on an IG live video. You can't do that, yo. That's just all I gotta say about it. But how y'all feel?
I'm listening, Don. That's your boy.
Yeah, it is, and I'm a disappointed father. The main thing is once we saw how Adam Silver was talking about that shit last night, is cooked.
Oh yeah,
he's cooked. Now he's fine as far as like he'll still play. He's still Ja Morant. He'll still be a player. I mean, for crying out loud, Karl Malone is being introduced into public events still. So
that is insane.
Yeah,
that is insane.
Ja Morant's fine. White people. He's not a criminal or thug or anything like that. He's just a stupid kid right now, and it's just disappointing that he didn't learn this lesson the first time. But hopefully, I can't even say that he will next time because I'm gonna go ahead and just have the benefit of the doubt that he won't, because he got to earn that. So,
right.
And the suspension next year is going to be very bad. It's like
yeah.
And I'm concerned for the Grizzlies because you already said you're not bringing back Dillon Brooks. Now you won't have Ja for I'm thinking a large portion of the season.
I'm gonna say 30 games, so at least more than a quarter of the season.
Yeah, so
yeah, they talking about a 40-game suspension here.
Tough times in Memphis right now, man.
Ugh.
I just don't understand what he's gaining from this. Now, like both y'all said, he didn't commit a fucking crime. Even if the gun was illegal, we're never gonna be able to find that out. We would never know. And even if it is, he didn't shoot nobody. He ain't out here raping people. Miles Bridges is about to be back in the NBA after beating the hell out of his baby mama last summer. He's about to be back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Don just said, Karl Malone was doing unspeakable things back in the 80s and 90s, and he is inducted in the Hall of Fame, and they still like Karl Malone. So it's not the end all be all. I'm just not understanding two things. If you rolling with your men and your men know who you are, why are you in possession of the gun, son? That's what they're for. Like, that's exactly what they're for. So if y'all do get in, I have no problem with you carrying around guns. I don't care at all. Like, they could have had 90 guns in that fucking car for all I give a fuck about. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
But
I don't
that's
care.
what your friends are there for. So if y'all get pulled over and one of them guns ain't what they supposed to be, he takes that fall, not the nigga with a $200 million contract, endorsements from Powerade and Nike, and all this jersey sale money. You just knocked all of that off, bro.
Exactly. Already lost your deal.
One of
from
the
Nike,
only
man.
things really saving him, and it's hilarious to say, is that he plays for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah.
His fan base is like, nigga, do you think we care about him toting guns? We're Memphis. Like, we don't care. Do you know who the face of our franchise was 15 years ago? Zach Randolph. I don't know if anybody that's watching this knows anything about Zach Randolph. But
Trapper
Zebo's
of the year, Zach Randolph.
Zebo's with all that nonsense.
Trapper of the year, Zach
You know
Randolph.
what I'm saying? So if there's any fan base that will welcome Ja back with open arms and not call him a, the N-word and a thug and all that shit, it's Memphis. So I think he'll be fine with his fan base. But like, you're about to be suspended for 35 games, bro.
Yeah.
After you silently served like a 7-8 game suspension last year. They gave you, I think it was 3 or something like that. They gave him a small suspension. But like, bro, you're not only missing time playing, you're not, I don't think you're allowed to be around the team for most of that suspension. So it's like,
You're losing chemistry.
you're losing a lot. You're losing a lot, and you already missed a lot last year. What was that whole ESPN special with Jalen Rose about? Somebody explain that to me.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was
I ain't
done.
gonna lie.
He didn't shoot no goddamn body.
I don't-
He was in
I
the
don't-
club.
I don't
want
wanna
to
say that we all
knew.
knew- I don't want to say that we all knew that we felt like we all felt like he didn't take it like seriously, but I felt like we
fluke ass apology.
like we all knew. We was like, yeah, this nigga not serious.
He's not serious. Nobody should ever be serious about carrying around a gun. Now, if he shot it or hit somebody with it, like the incident saying that him and his folks was flashing beams at niggas and other cars and stuff. Now, if there was any legitimacy to that, okay, now we're talking in a different range. Yeah. Because I don't know what state, or I'm basically sure in every state, you can't have no beam or no gun like that, bro. I don't think you can.
Just that.
And that's just dangerous in general. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what happened. So the backlash he's getting from a lot of people asking, some people was like, they should suspend him for the whole year. Some nigga on Twitter was like, he needs to rebrand his whole image. He needs to get rid of his tattoos and cut his dreads off. I said, so this is a black thing. This is he looks like a thug thing.
Relax.
Yeah, like calm down a little bit. He needs to learn from his mistakes. You can carry around your gun. Just don't be so fucking ready to show that bitch, bro. We know you got the stick on you, bro. We know. You showed us the first time.
Yeah,
you showed us the first time.
Nah,
we
yeah.
need to know it again. I promise, bro. I promise. We don't.
You see what they were saying? It was like he seen the comments. He said that little ass gun.
Yeah, they said he got a little gun. He went to get a big ass gun.
They said they had a track meet gun the first time.
Yeah, he said, all right, nigga, now I got a real gun. It's like the fuck? Nigga went out and bought a Desert Eagle or some shit. I just don't understand it, man.
Yeah, I don't get it either, but hey, I just hope that it works out for brother, I just hope that.
Yeah, I hope he get right, bro, for real.
Yeah, because like you were saying, Don. Oh, but go ahead, Don.
Gotta get your street cred up, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, he in Memphis. He's stepping in Zach Randolph's shoes and Tony Allen's shoes. You gotta do something out there. Yeah,
man. But like you were
you
saying,
gotta show nobody.
we can't have both of these niggas go down. RJ Barrett can't be the best player in this class.
No, he not. Darius Garland. It's okay.
My bad. You're right. I forgot. I did talk about that.
He just can't be the best in the top 3.
Yeah. He can't be the best in that. Yeah, we need one generational.
Yeah, we need one guy to be good, son. One of them, please.
We need one.
Mm-hmm.
But shit, let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the pod right quick. Got that out the way. We're gonna segue into the Miami and the Boston series, just because we got what
25 minutes till tip off about.
Yeah, 25.
You start at 8:30, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't put a single parlay in, and I'm kind of upset. But you know what?
That's because you're a sucker, brother.
Use it. Okay. Yeah, but Miami and Boston. Let me close my FanDuel app. Miami, Boston. You know what I'm saying? It's a rematch of what last year's Eastern Conference Finals.
Was it? Yeah, I think
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was a rematch.
Yeah. Tatum sent them boys packing. Yeah.
Before I get y'all, actually, I want to hear your guys' initial thoughts about this series before I ask the questions that. Actually, no. I'm gonna ask y'all 2 questions. Then I want to hear what you guys gotta say. So, my first question comes down to coaching right here, and just because of the things that we're starting to hear nowadays, especially about Mr. Mazzulla.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a factor is the coaching going to be in this series where, you know what I'm saying, we got Eric Spo, who is arguably top 3 coach in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Arguably
he's a
top
god
3.
in my eyes.
Yeah, he might be the best coach.
He like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if he make it to the championship this year, if he's able to accomplish something, I feel like, you know, he might have a Hall of Fame, you know, kind of thing on the way. You never know. But yeah, so you get a top 3 coach in Spo. And then you're going against Joe, who has, you know, you could say maybe the more talented roster. But you've also heard, you know, the late criticisms about, oh, Joe doesn't adjust. Joe isn't who we think he is. Joe isn't Ime. Joe isn't Brad. You know what I'm saying? Joe isn't up to that standard where he can match up with an elite coach like Spo and get away with some of the stuff that he does. How do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about the coaching challenges or advantage or disadvantages?
So, like, clearly Eric Spoelstra's the better coach. Like, I mean, come on now. He's the better coach. He's been the better coach forever. I mean, this is Joe's first year, so Miami's clearly going to have that advantage. Yeah. But I think the Joe Mazzulla hate is a little bit overblown. Just a little bit, man. Again,
it's way too much, to be honest.
Nobody ever takes into account that coaches have learning curves too. That is a rookie head coach over there. Like, he hasn't been here for 15 years. This is his first year being a leader of a basketball team, and they're in the conference finals.
And to remember, at the start of the year, he wasn't even preparing to be a head coach. It was supposed to be
right. Like, he wasn't ready for this. They were just like, you know what? Ime cheating on his woman with somebody who works with us. Let's get him out of here. Joe, you're up. That's just how that went. And he's done a terrific job to me. Everybody's, like Grace said, say he didn't adjust. Did we not see Robert Williams get put into the starting lineup midway through the series?
My only problem with Joe.
Did we not see that happen? Did we not see less Derek White minutes, more Malcolm Brogdon minutes because Derek couldn't hit the broadside of a barn? Did we not see that? Did we not see more aggressive defense towards Harden and not letting him get to his spots later in the series? Like, we saw all of that happen. So I think he's a good enough coach to win this series, but he's not a better coach than Spoelstra, man. Spoelstra clearly has the advantage. I think Joe will do a fine job, though. I'm not worried about him at all. He needs to use his timeouts better.
That's my main thing.
That's it. You cannot end the game with
I agree.
Brother,
You do that shit.
it'll be
You can't end the
it'll be like
game
a
with
2 minutes
two
left, and
timeouts.
he got like 3 timeouts just
Yeah,
chilling.
it's like a minute and a half left. Nigga, call a timeout, Joe.
I'm like, nigga, what you doing, yo?
Like he
Them
does
niggas
not
been
want.
playing 9 straight
Yeah.
minutes. Joe,
I
call
think
a
he likes
timeout,
seeing
bro.
the game go fast or something. He just didn't want to slow the game
Joe
down
asked
for
me
it.
what
He trying to get home, yo. He got some arrangements, yo.
Joe said, "I like my bed, nigga. I'm tired. I get it, but no, he can't end the game with 2 or 3 timeouts again, bro. You just can't do that. There's no, not in the playoffs. No, especially when you're playing your guys 38, 45 minutes a game. You got to call more timeouts. But that said, I think he's a good coach, man. I think he's a good coach.
Okay. So going back to the coaching kind of thing. Actually, I'm gonna ask y'all one more question after this before I get y'all initial takes on the series. But my second question is, y'all know that PJ was on the roster last year for Miami, or 2 years ago, I believe, right?
In the bubble? Nah, it wasn't even in the bubble.
Yes, he sure was.
Yeah.
Damn, PJ been
Yeah.
on a lot of teams. But yeah, he was.
Now PJ's respectable. He
I think that was
he
3
gonna be
years.
on a good team now.
He was on
PJ
the
gonna be on a
Bucks
good
last
team.
year, wasn't
No, I think he was with Miami.
Yes, I'm finna look it up. Don't worry.
Yeah,
It was definitely in the last 3 years that PJ Tucker was on that team.
yeah. But so I'll just
Yeah,
say
that was last year.
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah. And in the finals, in the Eastern Conference Finals, whatever it was, PJ Tech checked Tatum last year for the majority of the time. This year it has been more Caleb Martin, right? But as you saw in last series, they started Love a lot more. They start, Kevin Love. And also, with the changes that the Celtics were making with the 76ers were starting what's the boy name? Robert Williams, and starting Derek White, the changes that they went through with that. Do you guys think that, well, first off, do you think that for the Miami Heat, do you think that Martin or the Love gets to start? And also, do you think that initially to start this game 1, do you think that Williams or White gets to start? Or is it more of a game time decision kind of thing? It's more of a toss up going into this game 1.
Well, my initial thought was that Boston's going to start Robert Williams. And they're going to start Robert Williams and probably put him on Jimmy. Because Jimmy's not this shooter, you know what I'm saying? And he can force Jimmy to take tough mid-ranges and drive to the rim. So Robert Williams will start, and I'm almost sure Kevin Love is going to start too. Yeah. I'm almost sure. Strus and Jimmy are going to get the Tatum assignment to start, and which I would believe. I guess you could put Bam on them, but then you have to think about switching. Like, whoever Bam is guarding, if Bam is guarding Tatum, they're just going to go at whoever's on Kevin Love, and they're just going to spam that the whole time. So you'll probably see a bunch of Strus and Jimmy Butler on them to start. And the Rob Williams thing is a little bit, it's not weird to me because this was their money lineup early in the year and last year. But to do it on the fly like that, their backcourt gets bigger. They get bigger, period. But then they lose a little bit of offense. So it's a little bit of a give and take here. And I did think that Miami wouldn't start Kevin Love this series. I just don't think this is a Kevin Love series unless he's knocking down 3-pointers. So we'll see how this, I think we'll go the first 2 games. We'll see how that'll go. And that's probably it. Gabe Vincent probably gets the Jaylen Brown assignment early. JB probably, if they don't put Rob Will on Jimmy, it'll probably be Jaylen Brown. So it's a lot of cross matchups that you can get into in this series, but we'll see in a couple minutes when the game starts.
Yeah. I think the main thing for the assignments is they know this series is going to be a bloodbath, and it's going to be hard to score. So you might as well just go ahead and bring out your most physical lineup off the gate. Right. And just because I think this series right here, especially game 1, is going to be who can punch who in the mouth first. That's pretty much how it is. So having Robert Williams in, that's pretty much to get physical with Bam. Because even though I do very much dislike Bam Adebayo, he's been very good lately. And
He's been very good against the Celtics this year. He's been very good against
them. He's been letting his presence been known. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a big factor. That's why you're seeing these monster lineups right now. It may change later on if somebody needs some juice on offense, but I think this is going to be the lineup for most of the series, to be honest.
What I'm really anxious to see is, or before that, what's up with Tyler Hero hand? That hand almost all right now?
Nope.
I think it's
I got to check up on the timeline because he got hurt like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but he broke it though, right?
I thought it was just a finger, or I don't know.
I don't know what happened to that brother. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I remember he was fake hustling.
Oh, no, yeah, he broke. Yeah, they said he broke his like hand or something.
Yeah, I remember they said he broke the middle.
I would think a lot more different about this series.
Hold on. I'm trying to look at it right now.
He missing 6 weeks.
Yeah, he gonna be gone for me.
He broke his middle and ring finger on this, but that's just shooting. He can't shoot. That's all that is.
Yeah, he's
your middle and ring finger, brother. That's what you need.
Yeah, no bullshit. Yeah.
That's all you need right there. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, but Rob Will is starting. I just saw the starting lineups, and Kevin Love is starting. So,
I don't like it. Well, actually, no, I do.
Just put K Love on Horford.
I do for Miami's sake. I do like it. I like it.
I just put K Love with Marcus Smart, make that nigga shoot as many threes.
You're taking somebody out the paint with K Love. So
I keep finding it more interesting though that Kyle Lowry's just not starting, and I like it. I
mean, yeah, but what is Kyle Lowry bringing you starting that Gabe Vincent isn't?
Exactly. Like, that's why I feel like he just needs to lead.
I mean, Gabe Vincent hasn't been shooting well, but eventually he's going to start making shots again, man. Eventually, he's a solid player.
I like his jumper, man. I believe in Gabe Vincent for some reason. I just like his jumper.
I'm a fan of anybody Eric Spoelstra develops.
He's a good playmaker too, so I like him. I like Gabe Vincent.
Yeah, he can pass too. He definitely can. My biggest question for the Celtics: will they be able to truly match up Hunt with guys like Love, Lowry, and Robinson when those guys are in the game? Are they going to be able to take advantage of that? Or is Jason Tatum going to shoot 46 step-back threes before he realizes he's 6'10", 230 and get to the rim?
I got a good follow-up question after this. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is my last question too. Yeah. But
if they can take advantage of those matchups, I think I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a short series because Eric Spoelstra get you one win. I think Jimmy Butler can get you another. So I think it gets to 6.
But I tell you, Tatum can't do what he did last series. I'll tell you that much.
No, not against this team. They're too well coached.
He cannot show up for 5 games, 5 out of 7 games. He cannot do that shit where he doesn't show up.
The thing, Doc Rivers, supposed to got something for your ass. You get
that last game, bro. I just kept watching Jason Tatum do the same shit over and over and over again. Like he's abusing anybody they switch on to him. Stop switching, Doc, and he just kept doing it.
I was like, what are we doing here?
I'm like, son, if I see Embiid in front of this nigga one more time, I'm gonna throw up. Like, please.
If it's one thing supposed to know how to do, he a game plan against your stop player. Ask Giannis.
Spoelstra and Nick Nurse will take away your best player, that's for sure. But the Celtics have so many good players that sometimes it's probably just not gonna matter. It's just not gonna matter, man.
The bench has to show up. Brogdon and White. Not Brogdon or White. Brogdon and White have to show up.
Especially because Boston didn't play anybody off that bench the last couple games, bro. Yeah. It was literally just Brogdon and White. 7-man rotation. That's it. They didn't put in nigga. I didn't see Sam Hauser out there. Grant Williams didn't even breathe near the court. None of that. So they're gonna have to take advantage of that. They're going to have to take advantage of these matchups that they're going to get with these smaller or less fleet of foot guys because Jimmy's not going to have, on the opposite end at least, Jimmy's not going to have that advantage. He's not. The only thing Jimmy has an advantage on is when White, Brogdon, or Smart are in the game. And it's not because neither all those guys are bad defenders. They're all good defenders. They're just small. Jimmy likes to pick on smaller guards. He's not going to be able to pick on Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Now he's going to get his game off, his playoff Jimmy, but is he going to be able to take advantage of those matchups when he gets the chance?
Also, Boston perimeter defense has to be A1 because one thing about it, Miami, when that second unit come in, they're coming in to shoot.
They're gonna get their shots up for sure.
Yeah.
If it's night where Strus get hot, then you got Robinson getting hot. Then out of nowhere, Martin's getting hot. It's annoying.
That was another one of my things for this series. Who's going to produce the open threes? Who's going to produce? Because both teams like the three. Who's going to produce open shots? Because in the series, the Heat have the two best shooters, Strus and Duncan. They don't play as much as Tatum and Brogdon and Brown. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to play as much as those guys. They have the two best shooters in the series. If I'm Spo, I'm like, look, both of y'all got to get up a combined 15 threes a game. Y'all got to go out there and gun it. I'm serious. Because if you don't, you're living with Jimmy taking a bunch of mid-ranges and getting to the line and Bam shooting floaters over Rob Williams. And then your occasional Kevin Love post up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You got to get your threes up, bro.
I like it in theory, but like I like it in theory.
You got to get them up.
But I feel like, you know, saying this and then Duncan Robinson has been the up and down person that he's been in these playoffs. Like, you know,
that's fine. What do you pay Duncan Robinson to do?
I know what I pay him to do, but I don't mean
you ain't got no choice. You're right. Not there.
You're right. I mean,
somebody
you right there. I'm gonna have to play him at some point, but
this is my problem with Phoenix. Like I told y'all before, if you're not getting to the rim a ton, you gotta shoot threes, son. You gotta get them up.
I agree with you. You gotta get them up, but what is getting them up if they ain't going in?
All it takes is 2 games for Max Strus to go 4 for 7 and Duncan
Robinson
to go 4
Max
for 6.
Don't go 4 games in a row making only 1 shot. You know what I'm saying?
It just takes 1 or 2 games for both of them guys to get real hot, and then you stole a game, and then you steal another game, and then it's a best of 3. So, you know.
I got one more question for this series.
All right.
It was not proposed, but like I heard it on a different podcast. I believe it was JJ Redick's joint, and it just made me like kind of wonder a little bit, just because I kind of saw what he was saying. But I wanted to ask you guys on how you guys felt about it, especially just because they beat the 76ers, which is kind of like a differently structured team than they are. But it was that does JB and Tatum being star players on the same team, both being the 2 wing players on the team, cause somewhat of a disadvantage because it is easier to switch on 2 wings than it is to switch on, like how I was saying, like it's ironic they just beat the Sixers, whereas point guard center, you know what I'm saying, where it's some things that you wouldn't ideally want to switch on, or like you wouldn't want to put yourself at that disadvantage, but you're going against 2 wings where it's the same height, same kind of skill set, where you could kind of live with whatever happens. Do you guys feel like that might be a slight disadvantage to them in some situations, especially if they can't get it going on the offensive end? Or do you guys feel like it's just ball? Like, you know, it's like it's positionless basketball, is ball. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, yes, basketball is positionless, yeah. But I wouldn't say it's a disadvantage, but it is kind of weird and redundant, kind of. It's like, okay, we're going to run a Jaylen Brown, Tatum pick and roll. Let's just say for the majority of the season, that was the 3-4 pick and roll. Now it's the 2-3 pick and roll. Miami's 2 and 3 are Max Strus and Jimmy Butler. Those niggas all 4 of them are the same size.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It doesn't create advantages offensively. Now, JB and Tatum can dance on niggas and get to the rim and shoot their shot. They're incredible shot makers. So at the end of the day, it probably won't matter. But it is a bit like, if you just look at the landscape of the NBA and all the stars, there's one other team that operates like that, and that's the Clippers.
Clippers.
They got two guys the same exact size that operate in the same spaces
way.
that do the same thing. It's just that every other duo is different. Braun and AD, Jamal and Jokic. Shit, Jimmy and Bam, even though they're kind of, but Bam plays a different position, even though they're similar in size. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but I don't think it's a disadvantage. Not when they're both good.
Yeah,
I think it's fine. It's just weird to look at.
Okay. Don?
When they both as good as they are, I don't think it matters, to be honest with you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like, regardless, you have to stop them. And not too many people in the league can't stop them. So
yeah, them guys are different one-on-one, man.
Yeah.
I wish Jaylen Brown could dribble, but yes.
Nah, he working on it, man. He working on it.
He is.
He getting there. But all right, so let's wrap this Miami-Boston series up right here. What are y'all X factors? What are your expectations? What do you guys see going on in this series, and what do you guys kind of expect? Not necessarily what you predict, but what you expect.
Go ahead, Don.
this needs to be Jimmy Butler's best series we've ever seen. Literally. All that playoff Jimmy shit is cool, but this series right here specifically has to be the best series we've ever seen out of him. This is a revenge series, and let's be honest, Boston's horses are better than Miami's horses. That's just how it is. So you need Jimmy to be Superman and beyond. So I need to see the best Jimmy Butler I've ever seen in my life in this series. Also goes for Bam. Bam has to grow up and be a man. He has to be a man.
He been cool the last 3 games, or in the last 3 games to finish off.
Cool.
He got to do that consistently. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
He got to do that every night.
Absolutely. And I mean,
Yeah.
he has to be an elite defender in this series. Elite.
I'm
defender.
not worried about that. That's what Bam do.
Yeah.
My worry is we're going to get 1 or 2 Bam games where he has 13 and 8. And it's going to piss me off. It's going to piss me off.
Reggie got Miami 4-2, y'all.
My biggest X factor in the series, on the Celtics side, what version of the Celtics are we about to get?
Very true.
Are we about to get the Celtics who are going to
Play small,
not move the ball, play ISO ball? I'm a proponent of shooting a lot of threes, but you don't have to overdo it like they do sometimes, and chucking a bunch of threes and not getting to the rim. So my X factor for them is decision making. Miami is Bam, bro. It's Bam. Bam gotta be.
You gotta show up.
Bam can't be the 4th best player in this series and Miami win this series. He has to be better than Jaylen Brown, at least better than Jaylen Brown if Miami is going to win this series. He needs to average 22, 10, and be his regular self on defense, which Bam is one of the 5 best defenders on the planet. So I'm not too worried about that. You know what I'm saying? They have to, or he has to be, I'm not even going to say he has to be a force offensively, but he has to be aggressive. Bam has to take 15, 20 shots a game, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
He has to. Like, Robert Williams is a good defender. You're Bam Adebayo, bro. Al Horford. I think Al Horford is a good defender for his age. He has some voodoo magic over Joel Embiid that I've never seen before in my life. Bam can't let that shit happen to him. Now, Bam and Embiid don't play the same at all. That's not what I'm saying. But Bam has to be able to use his athleticism, his foot speed, just him being younger and more spry than Al Horford when he gets that matchup. So I think the 2 X factors are Bam for Miami and the decision-making of the Celtics.
My bad. Buster in my room.
Man, my boy.
He's snooping. Man, get out of here. Scram.
Chilling my boy, yo.
Nigga tearing up the carpet. My bad. Don, my bad. You already said what you had to say. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, he did. I think he went for me. Yeah.
Listen.
Oh my god, my eye is really fucked up right now. Oh my god. I took my contacts out yesterday, yo. I don't know what's been going on.
But let's dive into this Nuggets and Lakers series. I apologize for the small intermission. Before we dive into this Nuggets and Lakers series, the Nuggets took the game last night. I believe it was 126-122, right?
126, 121, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I got two questions. Well, yeah, I got two questions, and then I'm gonna just let y'all talk about everything. The first question is more so something I want to get off my chest, and the second question is more so of what should have. Like, it makes me mad when I think about it. What should have happened, right? So my first question is, and it kind of showed the competence in my opinion. And like, I don't want to talk about all my brothers. I don't want to talk bad about them, talk down upon them. My bad. But Darvin, what was you doing when you decided to roll out the 3-guard lineup against the Nuggets? What were you thinking when you said, let's roll out Dennis Schroeder, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, Bron, and AD against Jamal Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, which you get the KCP, and that's your max height on your guards right there. You get the KCP. Then the next person got to check 6'10" or 6'9", Aaron Gordon, right? Who is just, either way you're fucked, because one is just going to shoot over you or one's going to dunk on you. You're fucked either way. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Jokic, who is obviously, gonna have the AD attention.
What a guy.
You knew before the game that they said that Aaron Gordon was gonna be on Bron. Why in the hell did you run the 3-guard lineup to start the game and put yourself in a fucking hole?
Well, I know why they did it. But...
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why. Don, you're gonna have to break it down to me because it don't make no fucking sense. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know why it made me so mad. It just didn't make any fucking sense to me that you were like, yeah, I'm gonna put 6'4" Austin Reeves on 6'10" Michael Porter Jr. And we're gonna live with what happens.
The thing is, the stigma around the league is with the Nuggets is they're not a physical team. They're not a team that's gonna bump around.
Fuck how really physical you are if I can shoot over you.
What they wanted to do was pretty much put Jokic on the stand where he has to move around a lot on defense and really have to move around and get after some guys. Now, what they didn't take into account was the fact that Jokic is a superhuman who just happened to have the greatest start I've ever seen out of a big man in any basketball game.
So we just not respecting 3-time MVPs. That's what we did.
But they also didn't take
That's what we
into
doing
account.
now.
They also didn't take into account that Bruce Brown is physical all by himself, enough to carry for a team. And Bruce Brown went out there and running back some shit, and there was no answer for Bruce Brown every time. He just was running around, and D'Angelo Russell got exposed. He got exposed just like he has last series because his issue is you're not shooting good. You're not being that great of a playmaker.
And you're not a good defender.
You're terrible at defense. Because even if, the thing is, even if you try, you foul a lot. He got into foul trouble a lot.
That's what my question was. Like, why do y'all do this? Like we knew these things. Why did y'all do it? I still don't have an answer as to why you did it.
I think the wrong guards were put in.
I mean, I did, but a logical.
I don't think it was the wrong guard. You just shouldn't have put another guard in.
Yeah.
You should have. You saw what worked. We saw what worked. But let's get. I'll talk about that later.
Actually,
we'll get to the
no, because that's my next question. Because if we're done with this topic and we're ready to go on to what worked, my next question is: what did the Lakers figure out in the second half? That got the game to what it worked. We saw that Rui got put on Jokic. And we saw that AD could do whatever the fuck he wanted to do again.
they will put an Aaron Gordon in like the dunker spot or the short corner.
Mm-hmm.
I love Aaron Gordon as a player. Y'all know I love Aaron Gordon. I bet on the nigga all the time.
Dunker spot.
I
If
don't. He
Aaron
stinks.
Gordon
In
beats
today's
us
game,
from shooting
no.
threes, if Aaron Gordon beats us from the 3-point line, shit, he beat us then, nigga.
That's
But
my thing.
you know, we're
Which
gonna.
he did.
And Rui's a physical guy. He can't guard Jokic. I like duh. But if your help is Anthony Davis, it
You got
looks
a
a little
chance.
different.
You
It
got a
looks a little
chance.
different. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And Rui, he's just a better offensive player than Dennis Schroeder is, man. Now, remember how I was telling y'all last series, this wasn't a Rui series because he's going to have to run off 95,000 fucking screens chasing them boys. He ain't going to have to do that. He doesn't have to do that this series. He doesn't.
Mhm.
You start him and you change shit up. Throw him on Jokic to start. If Jokic, look, with
If he
Jokic, you have to
starts
take one thing away. You have to. You cannot
That's my
let
biggest
him
thing.
score and let him get, 14 fucking assists. You
Yeah.
can't let both happen. He can't have 34 and 14. That
Yeah.
shit got to be 34 and 7
That-
or like
that was my problem.
24 and 14. He can't have both.
That was very much my problem. A lot of people thought that Anthony Davis was like an issue. Anthony Davis dropped 40 fucking points.
He had
Yeah.
40
Yeah,
and
he did
10.
his own thing.
Yeah,
I'm not
nothing
blaming
he could do.
AD. I'm not blaming
My
AD.
issue
Listen,
is
This might be one of the best big men matchups we're ever going
Yeah.
to see. This is going to be some outrageous basketball.
Yeah,
we're
it
about to see.
potentially.
Everybody thinks when you say, or when I say, or when Lakers fans say, AD's this generational all-world type defender, they think that means he's going to lock up guys. Sure, when they're not
That's the thing about
two-time
basketball,
MVPs.
yo. That's
This
the thing
is
about
Nikola
basketball.
Jokic we're talking about.
Even the
Jokic,
best
again,
players, yo.
He's literally one of the 50 greatest players ever.
Exactly like
You're not
the
going
best
to
players
lock him
can't
up.
stop the best. Like it's just people
You just
got
gotta play honest defense and hope the nigga miss.
the best. The best offense will literally always beat the best defense. It doesn't fucking matter.
Just score.
It just will.
And
It just will.
And again,
just
Jokic only shot 17 times. The problem is he made 12 of them. And he's not going to make all 3 of his threes next game, man. It's just like, listen to this shit.
One of them.
Michael Porter made half of his threes. Jamal Murray made half of his threes. And Nikola Jokic made all of them.
That's my thing. So this is my thing.
Damn, man.
If I had to
a lot of those were contested too. But go ahead, though.
My thing is, if I had to choose, which the Lakers didn't do a good job, they said, all right, let's just do AD Jokic one-on-one. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because that's a generational guy on offense. Then
just like how it's not working on the other end, it's not going to work on this end either.
So then they started to come in a little bit. It's too late. The shooters are hot tonight. Everyone's open.
Too late.
You have to choose what do you want him to. If he's going to beat you, he's going to have to beat you at one thing, where it's okay, everybody he passed to hit shots tonight. I can live with that because I don't believe in KCP for a full series.
That's the difference between how I think. You can't let, bro. I don't give a fuck if Jokic scored 98 points. He could have scored. They scored 132. He could have had 131. I wouldn't have gave a fuck. But what you can't have happen is KCP and Bruce Brown give you 40. That can't happen.
I'm cutting that off.
That can't happen.
That's
KCP and Bruce Brown were combined 15 of 28 from the field for 37 points.
I can't see that happening again, though.
You can't see it happening until you watch the game again, and they were
all game ones, man. It be the game ones.
They were open, and the Lakers made that crazy ass comeback.
That's when you throw the rent on it, man. Game one.
The reason the Lakers come back is because the Lakers realized it was like, oh shit. We're more physical than these niggas.
And Darvin Ham is really good at adjusting. Darvin Ham, I didn't give him enough flowers during the regular season. He's a good coach. He's a rookie coach, but he's a good coach. And then
I keep forgetting he's a rookie coach.
He's a rookie head coach. And then
that starting shit made me mad. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. And going back to the guard point we were talking about at first.
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell cannot be that bad defensively and then not make any threes. You just can't.
Precisely.
There's no way.
It can't be both.
You can't be that bad. No, sir. You can't.
Yeah.
He was 4 of 11 from the field isn't terrible, but he was 0 3 from 3. He only had 3 assists. He played 26 minutes, but they were going at him defensively.
Yeah.
They were going at him, you know? And Dennis, if Dennis is going to play 32 minutes,
He needs to shoot, bro. I don't
he
care.
needs to shoot more.
If you don't want to shoot, attack the basket. It's good to attack the basket against Denver. You seen what happened when they finally attacked the basket? Denver got into foul trouble because Denver doesn't know what to do with that shit, man.
Denver has no rim protection. The Lakers should live at the rim this series. The only thing holding me back from saying I'm confident that the Lakers can take this series in all seriousness
Excuse me.
is the health of LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's not, I'm not going to say he's hurt, but he's still managing that foot tear. He's not 100%. The burst just, like he was 9 of 16. He had 20. He damn near had a triple-double yesterday. He played a good game. If that foot was healthy, he would have had 40, 14, and 10 without a question. I'm not even doubting it.
It's game 1, yo. I don't know.
Don't care. He played good in game 1.
Yeah, all the Lakers, all they game ones has been W's except this one.
Yeah.
And it has been. That's been a surprising thing about it. I'm glad
they outshot us from the 3. They shot 8 more threes than us, which isn't the biggest problem, but
I don't think it's a problem when you lose by 2
like
scores.
D'Angelo Russell can't just shoot 3 threes. Austin Reeves had it going. Austin Reeves was 5 of 9.
Yeah.
Lonnie was 2 of 4 from 3. AD hit a 3. Dennis hit both of his threes. So
my cousin need more minutes to make it happen. My cousin need more minutes, make it happen.
I'm mixed about Lonnie Walker.
He can play, man.
Yeah, he could play. It's just I don't know.
He can put the ball in the hoop, and he's not a terrible defender. Play him.
I just need more Rui minutes. Rui
almost played 30 minutes, man.
Yeah, he showed he could do it.
But Rui too up and down for me, yo. I feel like
I fuck with Rui.
Like in the moments where because I feel like, as we all know, LeBron isn't trying to do everything, and he would like other people to take advantage of opportunities. If that's the way I want to put it. I feel like Rui at times doesn't want to take advantage of those opportunities. I feel like Rui doesn't, even if he does want to try to do it, it just doesn't work out for him. If you know what I'm saying. Like just watching other series where even in the first series with the Memphis series, he went off game 1 and then he kind of went quiet-ish. And then he had, a good game, I want to say 3-4. But after that, you know what I'm saying? It's just been kind of like up and down here and there with Rui. It's not like anything too consistent like on the Austin Reeves.
I mean, but that's not on him, though. The damn coach got to play him more.
Mm-hmm.
I give you that.
Narva got to play him more.
There were some games he go 2 for 3 and he just didn't get in no more.
Yeah, I'm like,
I give you that. Yeah, I'd be looking at the joint, be like, why Rui only play 8 minutes?
That was just in the Golden State series. I didn't have a problem with that in the Golden State series because again, Rui is 6'8", 235, 240. If you want him chasing Klay Thompson, shit, you be my guest. But you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose, and you're gonna lose by a lot. So I get it, but like I said, this series is more his style. He can bang with these boys. Like he can play with Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. Like he can. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers just gotta limit them big games from the role players. Like Bruce Brown and KCP can't damn near give you 40. That can't happen. Can't happen. Nope.
Cannot happen. Any other wrap-ups about this Lakers Nuggets kind of talk?
Lakers in 7, man. Huh?
See, the Lakers gonna have to win it in 6 for me unless they take game 2. If they take game 2, you cook it. It's hard to beat Denver in Denver. Can't even breathe.
Yeah.
It's hard to be LA.
You need your carbs, yo.
We've played Memphis and Golden State, who were 2 of the best 3 home teams in the league, and we both won home games against them. I think they were both game 1s, actually. So I can see it. But D'Lo's gonna have to make some plays against that drop coverage, man. This is what we got you for. So that when teams play drop and go under these screens and shit, that you can punish them. You can't go 0 for 3 from 3, man. You just can't. I know it's it's easier to say that, you know what I'm saying, but you just can't. You know what I'm saying?
What you say, Stu? Y'all need some Beasley minutes.
Listen, brother.
They need some TT minutes, yo. Yeah.
Michael Beasley, not the great Michael Beasley. Malik Beasley couldn't guard none of us right here. Like, and the shit we got on right now couldn't guard us. No
My loungewear, yo.
I cook him.
Yeah, that's something right there.
I believe you though. But we're gonna dive into our next segment. We're gonna talk about the coach firings that's going on in the NBA right quick. We're just gonna talk about the big 3 names that's been thrown around, that's been fired, cooked up, thrown away, tossed out, run amok, led astray, all that stuff, yo. All right. So first one that we're gonna cut. Yeah, the first one we're gonna talk about is Mr. Glenn Rivers, as Rasheed Wallace calls him, Glenn Shivers, Glenn Quivers, all that. It's been, I feel as though, a long time coming for this. I feel like this has been a little long overdue. Other people might disagree, but from the track record, I believe that this was long overdue. Doc Rivers, and I'm not trying to take away from his legacy. I'm not trying to take away from anything that he's
not your one.
Anytime a nigga say he's not trying to do something, that's exactly what he's finna do.
But
that trash dog.
It's just when you're gifted certain teams, it's hard to mess up. When you're put in certain predicaments, when God favors you for a couple years, it's hard to mess up. I get that. And you didn't. That's what Boston fans appreciate you for. I get that. Your brother, everybody else sees you for who you are.
What is he, Greg?
He's a phony.
What'd he say, Chuck?
He's a big fat phony. It's like, but nah, Doc Rivers, yo. Yeah, I know you probably never gonna see this pod, but I really don't care. It's been a big question mark on your career, as you being a head coach to the not just the regular season, but just playoffs, more specifically finals, and like we're talking about Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, not necessarily you going to the finals, because when you went, you were successful. When you made it over the hump, you did. Yeah, that's why I can't discredit you. We gotta give you your flowers here. But it was a lot of times that you was at the hump. That's what our gripe is. You was at the hump a lot of times, and you was like ready to go over the hump a lot of times. And I mean like 3-1, 3-2. You was ready. You was there, and you chose to fold. You chose to do something else. I don't know. The statistics, are crazy about. I believe his like 3-1. Like being up 3-1 percentage, or like being
he blows a lot of those leads. Huh?
Yeah, and being in position to like blow leads and stuff like that. Like you're like ranked number 1 and blowing all that shit. So it's hard to cape for you and everything, brother. But yeah, man. How we feeling about? I said what I had to say. How we feeling about Doc Rivers, man? Glenn Rivers.
We knew this was coming after they lost, man. We knew it was going to happen. We know it. Now, I think everybody is going a little bit overboard saying he's a bad coach. Doc Rivers is not a bad coach.
I don't think he's terrible, no.
Doc Rivers is a very good coach.
I think he's a good players coach.
Would I want him coaching my team that has championship aspirations? Probably not.
No.
But he's a fine coach, man. He'll get another job. He'll get the Raptors job. The Raptors will go 46-34 next year, or some 46-36, beat a 6 seed, and they'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a good head coach, man. I'm not too upset with Doc because I didn't have no skin in that. Game 7 was not on Doc Rivers.
I would say that.
Doc Rivers
I don't think it was on him at
watched
all.
two players that combined that probably make $250 million do nothing, or $500 million. Excuse me. Two dudes that combined to probably make $500 million do absolutely nothing. What the fuck was he gonna go out there and do? Tell Joel Embiid to stop missing shots? Tell that nigga to hold the. What is he gonna do? Go out there and tell Al Horford stop strapping Embiid?
That's what
I
you're gonna have
mean,
to do,
couldn't
brother.
do nothing about Game 7, man. Couldn't do nothing about that one. He'll get another job. I'm not too worried about his longevity in the league. He'll get another job. Doc Rivers will be fine, man.
Don.
Ever since Doc Rivers won the NBA Finals in 2008, which is the same year Marvel first started, I think what was we? That was the year Obama was president. That was the year we were in middle school. He has not gone back. He has not even seen a conference final.
Yeah.
Not a single conference final. With regular season teams that have been as far as the best team in the league, he has not been back to a conference final.
It's hard, Don. That shit
Is it that
hard.
hard? Is it that hard?
Yes.
Yeah. Why Giannis ain't been back then?
Yeah.
2 decades?
It's hard, man. He was out there, bro. He was coaching a Chris Paul-led team.
Yeah.
One of two things happens with Chris Paul in the playoffs. Either he get hurt or somebody on the team get hurt. Blake Griffin got hurt one time. Chris Paul got hurt another time. Nicholas Batum was hurt. The year they had Paul Pierce, he damn near died. I mean, I can't necessarily blame him for that.
Yo.
I can't. And not with this. If he had 2018 Harden and they lost like this, he should never even wear the NBA logo again. But this ain't the same Harden. This is just not the same James Harden. I'm not absolving him of any of his crimes because he has blown a 3-1 lead in, I think, each decade he's been coaching. But, you know.
Come on now. You can't get one more win? You can't adjust?
Nah,
he sucks at adjusting.
To lose 3 games in a row is a little wild.
Several times.
After adding context of being up 3-1, it's a little wild.
Several times. Not once. Several times, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's bad, y'all.
He didn't even lose to Boston in this series. He lost to Jason Tatum. He lost to
Tatum
Jason
just
Tatum.
came out there and said, fuck it. Let me stop being boo-boo.
Bro, game 6, the game was so winnable. It was a close game. And then the third quarter happened. You let one man score 16.
Let me stop being ass.
You didn't do anything to him. You just kept letting him score. You did no adjustments to stop that man. Then game 7, he was on the same hot streak and scored 40 plus on you.
50 plus.
50.
Yeah, he had 51. He had 51, I believe.
He let one man send him home.
I mean, yeah, sure. But when are we gonna look at the 7-foot, 280-pound MVP and the man in the fat suit with the beard? When are we gonna do that? When are we gonna be like, look, them niggas ain't show up?
They didn't.
Did you want Doc Rivers didn't ask them to score 19 combined points in the game 7, man?
They didn't show up, yo. That's all it was. They didn't.
And we can't act like this Philly roster is. It's a good roster.
It's a good roster, but we're not gonna act like it's
some.
It's
Up
impenetrable.
and down roster.
It's not,
now, when your third best player is 6-foot Tyrese Maxey,
man, that
and your fourth best player is Tobias Harris.
He's the future, yo. Show some respect.
$140 million.
That man got control of that roster now. Was he there when Jimmy Butler was there?
Joel?
No, I think that was who was coaching.
Was who there?
Was that Brett Brown? I don't know. I'm about to check.
Yeah, check for me. Because if he let Jimmy walk,
that's not his fault either, though.
Oh, come on.
That's Elton Brand's fault.
No, who'd you say was
Brand my ass. I am Doc Rivers. If I want someone
Elton Brand is the goddamn GM. Son,
Elton
come on.
Brand, yeah,
I'm
he
Doc
run that
Rivers,
shit.
man.
Elton
If
Brand
I
run that
want
shit. Yo.
someone to stay, they're going to stay. I'm Doc Rivers.
Elton Brand
But
say
that's not
every
how this
check to
works.
buy that team. Yo.
I'm Elton Brand. I'm a better player than you were, nigga. You listen to me.
Nigga,
He
Elton
Elton
Brand
Brand.
never won anything as a coach, player, anything.
And whoever won anything in Philadelphia ever. Exactly. Nobody got some shit to brag on.
Don't disrespect the great Dr.
My
J.
bad. Besides Dr. J, besides him,
Yeah,
besides
he never
besides
coached.
the only nigga to ever do anything for the city. My bad.
Great
He
Moses
never
Malone and
coached
whatnot.
Jimmy Butler. He got there in 2020.
Okay.
And the roster was not great. Seth, Embiid, Danny Green, Tobias, George Hill. Can anybody remember Dwight Howard playing for the fucking Sixers?
Yeah, I remember that.
I
played
don't.
for us.
Ben
I
Simmons
remember
was on
that
that team,
brief
though.
half a
Sixers,
season.
Wizards,
I remember
Hornets.
that.
It was a strange year.
Hawks.
Yeah, it was trifling. It was disgusting.
But I'm not with the slander fest of Doc, man. He
I am.
has his faults,
I am.
but it's not like he's ass.
When you
No, he's not ass. He's like
You
Andy
know,
Reid before Andy Reid
there's a
found
coach that just got fired.
It's the stories that come along with Doc Rivers that make me not side with him.
Every coach got stories. I don't care.
Every coach got stories, but when it's the same story of player, like you're a player's coach. You're a locker room coach. You're not really a head coach, and you let players, dictate and what I'm saying. You let players.
Doc Rivers legacy again.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, because I've literally watched interviews and I've heard players say this about Doc Rivers. Like, this is why certain players don't like Doc, especially when literally Rasheed Wallace just came out and did a joint with JJ Redick. And you know what I'm saying?
Don't nobody give a damn.
I'm just saying. People respect Rasheed Wallace, but I'm just saying. And that's what was going on. And he was talking about his time with Boston. And he was talking about how Doc Rivers wasn't calling adjustments. Doc Rivers wasn't doing anything. He kind of relied on them niggas just because they were talented basketball players. Because he had a top 4. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all. Y'all figure it out. I would just be a nice guy.
Are we confused as to why a coach would let 4 Hall of Fame players do their thing? Is that what we're doing?
I'm a good. No, I'm not gonna be. No.
Okay.
If that's the no. It's different. No. It's different if that's not the sole narrative of you. If is you don't do anything and you let the players do everything. It's different if like in that. It's different if you're talking about in that moment. Yeah, Doc was like, cool. Yeah, y'all. I trust in my Hall of Famers. Y'all do this. Cool. We do this. But if that's every story, if that's every narrative, if that's the only thing we hear about you, we don't ever hear about, Doc drew up this great ass play where XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay. So
you know what I'm saying on that point?
Does
on that
Doc Rivers not get any credit for getting a inferior roster to a 7th game against probably the best team in basketball? Does he not get any credit for that?
No, because it wasn't the best team in basketball.
Yeah,
the best team in basketball was the only team to never be an underdog ever, and that was Michael Jordan.
I'm talking about this year. The Celtics, for the majority of everybody, they were the best team in basketball.
My bad.
And he got them to 7 games, and everybody's like, "Oh, Doc Rivers is the fucking Antichrist."
Oh no, I didn't say that. I ain't
like fucking Bobo Cephalosha.
I seen James Harden turn back the clock for 2 games, and I was like, that's gonna get him there.
Yeah,
I was like, that's gonna get him there. That's gonna get him there right there. Fuck Doc.
So my question is, we're gonna move on because we got other shit to talk about. Do we still have that same smoke for Budenholzer?
Yes.
That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear. Because that nigga.
Oh, I hate that guy. Oh, I do not stand with that guy.
I've never stood with Bud. Like in the playoffs.
When y'all first pointed out the shit that he was doing to his team.
Shit that he doesn't do.
I was like, nah, they winning, they cool. Like, what is he doing?
I've never seen
wrong?
that
Y'all
man make one
adjustment
ever.
I was like, he's kind of asinine. He's wild.
Bro, he lost. I don't give a damn about the adjustments. I don't give a damn about the play calls. I don't care about none of that. You cannot lose to a team that lost in the play-in. They lost in the play. No, Miami had 2 chances to get in. They lost the first one, won the second one, and they beat you in 6. And it kind of wasn't even close.
Yeah, it was bad.
He should not never. He shouldn't be a head coach right now. He shouldn't get a head coaching job, at least. He should be on the Lakers bench, right next to Darvin Ham. Get some role reversal going on. Or on the bench next to Eric Spoelstra. Shit, go learn from the nigga that beat you. Boy, Bud, I'm good. I'm good. Between him and Don's King over there, oh, man. Oh, man.
Bud's coaching life in Milwaukee was Giannis or nothing. Literally. It was Giannis or nothing.
Okay. You got gifted with generational talent. Make the most of it.
Do something.
Do
Giannis.
something.
Beat Jimmy Butler.
I've seen a lot of people do it.
Giannis is hurt. Giannis hurt, yo. Giannis hurt. He's hurt. So you know.
Here you go. Yo, you won a championship the year before. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, he was healthy. He wasn't
won a
healthy.
championship 2 years ago. I don't want to hear none of that hurt shit no
man,
more.
Hurt,
do
man.
it again.
He
do
got
it
hurt,
again.
yo. It happens to all of us. We get hurt.
I don't get hurt. But yeah.
He get hurt. He get hurt. The team is AARP. Drew Holiday is just stinky as hell on offense. Chris Middleton,
he gave all he got the past 2 years.
That man, Chris Middleton, is a skeleton of himself, and he's old too.
I stand with Chris Middleton.
He old. They all old, man.
Give all they had.
Put some young brothers on that team, and there's too many white people on the team, man.
They need statues in Milwaukee.
Good
Them
God.
niggas gave all they
Lopez,
had.
Connaughton, Grayson Allen. What are we doing?
Everybody gotta have some white folk on the team, dog.
Man, this ain't High School Musical. I mean, a bunch of Troy Boltons out there.
What's wrong
You
with
don't
Troy
get some
Bolton?
athletes.
We not gonna sit. I'm glad you didn't say Joe Ingles because I love Joe Ingles. But yeah,
You know Joe Ingles can hoop now.
Yeah,
The
that's
other
my
brothers
guy
can't.
right there.
The issue was the other ones can't. Except Lopez. Lopez was defensive player of the year in my eyes. But
I just think Giannis should play center. But that's my rant on Bud. I'm done with the coach.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? When he put him at center, he won a championship. Why did he move him?
I mean,
why did you move him?
Hey man, sometimes it's not as just thinking it out, and when you put it out, it's just not. It don't look as good as you think it do when you lay it out.
I want
when you overthink. Yeah,
bro. I won a championship putting that man at center. So you know what I'm going to do for the rest of his career? Put him at center. What does he do? No. Lopez is back. Let's put Lopez at center.
I mean, I kind of get it.
I get it because Lopez revived himself as a
that was playoffs, so that wasn't regular season. That was playoffs.
I'm like, come on, man.
That's all it was. That's all I got, yo. Let's talk about Monty. Let's round it off.
Oh yeah, Monty did get fired. Damn.
Yeah, that shit was a shocker. I ain't gonna lie.
After
I'm not shocked.
Building, I mean, I'm not shocked.
I thought his window was
because
his window was longer than that. But I guess the thing is, when you trade for KD, that's a win this champion.
You got 2 years.
You got to do it. It's that year or the next year type shit, or it's nothing. Yeah.
Well, now, because here's the thing, and I think the downfall is when you didn't do anything at the bubble and stuff like that. Then you had it going on, and it got disappointed at the finals. Was when Giannis straight destroyed them niggas, and then the year after that, you have Dallas. You're again the better team. You're a dominant team. And you're up on Dallas, and you let.
I think they won 64 games that year, boy.
Yeah, and you let Dallas come back and beat you in a series where a year where you really was supposed to be in the finals again. You were a favorite to be in the finals again, and you got whooped by Dallas. And then this year comes around, Dallas isn't even a playoff team. Here you are. You traded for Kevin Durant, so it's all or nothing. The chips are all on the table, and you come away with nothing again. So now I kind of understand the window closed. When you trade for KD, the window closed.
I think it's not because he wasn't good, like from an X's and O's perspective. Monty didn't have that locker room, bro. He just didn't. He
That's
just
true.
didn't.
He
If
tried.
KD and Book are like, yeah, we're cool with firing you, you probably wasn't relating too well to the players in there, man. Especially now, I'm not a big fan of this brother,
Don't
but
even say his name.
you can't be beefing with the nigga you drafted #1 overall a few years ago. You
Bro,
can't. You just can't.
DeAndre
You can't
Ayton
do
is,
that.
man, he is from the Bahamas. They don't
Look,
even like basketball.
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie. I respect Monty Moore for him kind of beefing because
I
you a #1 pick. Stop being shitty.
But see, here's the thing that we're all forgetting. In the summer, DeAndre Ayton signed an offer sheet to play with the Indiana Pacers.
Yep.
Monty could have said he
Let him go.
Don't
Let
pay.
him go.
But Monty said, no, let's
We're gonna
bring
match
him
it.
back and we can work through this shit.
The potential.
That's what he said. And it blew up in his fucking face. Sometimes you got to get out your own way. If somebody don't want to be there, don't make them, nigga. What? He don't want to play for y'all no more, man. He don't.
Don't sell me though. Don't sell me. But yeah, no, I get it though.
Sure, yes, you don't have to play like dog shit, but we knew what DeAndre Ayton was before that. We knew what this was,
I feel
man.
like he could play better than what we shown. What he's shown.
Sure, but what is that conversation any different if we would have had it last year after the playoffs? No. What about the year before?
Well, no, because
No,
we
it would've been
found
the same
out what kind of player he was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We would have been like, DeAndre Ayton's good, but damn, he could give us more. Because I've been saying that since that nigga was playing
See,
with
that's how I feel about Bam. That's how I feel about Bam ever since he came in the league. Damn, that nigga.
But the difference is,
so much
Bam
better.
is one of the 3 best defenders on the planet. So I don't be like, you know what, Bam's some shit. He ain't out there doing nothing. Bam out there locking up.
I swear he can be a little bit better on offense. But you know, I ain't gonna be
Well,
too
yeah,
critical
sure,
because
but
you're
when
right.
you're
Because you're right.
entering
You're right.
the defense, you know
If
what
you're
I'm
a
saying?
top 3 defender, I
just let it
will
go.
agree. I should
just let
not
it go,
have
you
the
know what I'm saying?
expectations of you being, you know, a top 15 offensive threat or something like that.
That's how it
You're
was
right.
with Ben Simmons
right.
for a while.
You're right.
That was Don Boy, and Don was telling me Ben Simmons this, Ben Simmons that. I'm like, his offense stinks, but boy, that boy can defend, and he's solid enough on offense. Then I won't cook him too much.
But I
The
do think
minute that defense dropped, I was like, oh shit.
I do think Bam can have the bag to do that shit.
He ain't even the fact that defense dropped. That brother said, fuck basketball.
Shit, to do that shit.
He said, I'm tired of shooting. I'm not doing it no more. And I mean, you know, not everybody built for it.
And my thing with Bam is I ain't got a problem with it because he is a great defender. It's just, you know, he's not the tallest big man. So when he see a tall big man, he kind of gets eliminated. And I mean, that's fair enough. I get it. But,
but honestly, how many bigs on a night-to-night basis is Bam going to go up against that is bigger than him that are going to physically impose him?
Yeah, I mean the great ones, but yeah.
And that's it. That's it. You know, he's not looking at Jonas Valanciunas shaking in his fucking boots. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yusuf Nurkic pull up. Bam's like,
you're gonna see Daniel Gafford shit himself, yo.
Yeah, it's just my problem is, you know, it'd be the playoffs and then he gotta go see like Giannis and shit like that. Well, it worked out this time. Yeah, it worked out this time. Well, it ain't work out because it damn sure ain't work out because of Bam, but yeah. Let that be known right there. Yeah, Bam was damn sure a non-factor that series. But brother Butler, yeah, he got him about it.
James Butler, different. Yeah.
James Olstein.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to him, yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up this pod right here with a little bit of NBA draft shit.
Yeah.
I got 3 questions. Actually, 4 questions for you guys. And then after that, y'all can freely talk about whatever y'all want. All right. Wemby, Spurs.
Yes.
My question to you.
It was written.
Coincidental or skewed?
Nah,
because I Like nah.
That a
Everything
former
just fell
Spurs
into place
legend,
like this. Nah.
you know, it's just funny to me. A
the
former Spurs
Wizards
legend.
almost had that pick,
You know, I saw no
and
problem with it. I see
it's
no problem with it simply because, I mean, eventually, you know, the thing with the Spurs is they tried the winning route. They did. Kawhi completely left them, so that put them ass naked in the blind. You tried the DeRozan
Well,
project.
time out on that end. Time out. That's Greg Popovich fault. The Lakers offered him Kyle Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, and 4 first-round picks. He said, "No, give me DeMar DeRozan." That's his fault.
Yeah,
That's
that is
on
true.
him.
That's true.
He said,
listen,
"No, fuck the Lakers. Let's go
yeah,
get DeMar DeRozan." What the
yeah.
fuck? Like, okay.
That's his thing. I respect it. Pop sticking to that script, man. I'm not finna politic with the opposition, so I get it. So he took a little bit of a
Could
sucker.
have got
That's the thing.
Brandon Ingram.
I'm in a politic with the opposition.
Yeah. I don't care about it. I don't care. That's how he an old stubborn man. I like it. I get it. So then
That's why his old stubborn ass is cooked.
the Primo thing happened.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Damn.
Yeah, so like it wasn't like he wasn't trying to build a future. The future just wasn't going out the way it's supposed to happen. So he had no choice but to tank. He tried to win, and it just ain't
He
worked out.
tried. That nigga was out there playing Malachi Brown.
So eventually, when you
That
spend
work.
a couple years, eventually you are gonna knock and finally get the number one. I'm not gonna be mad for them finally getting the number one pick. I'm just glad it ain't the sorry ass Pistons again. who tried some shit.
No, stop it right now. Because
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta draw the line somewhere with this lottery shit. I gotta draw the line.
How did the Pistons fall from
17
the
wins.
number one odds to 5?
I don't care about it.
17 wins, Don. 17.
I
Out
don't
of
feel bad about it.
82.
Bro,
And
they
you get
try
the
this
5th pick?
every single year. I don't
No,
care about the Pistons failing at it.
No.
Whenever the
put it in the
Pistons or the
context.
Knicks miss their number one pick choice, I smile. Good. Try to be good this time, then, nigga.
They tried. Kane got hurt, bro.
No, I want to put this into
Kane got hurt, and instead they said, "Yeah, you know what? Sit everybody. We're gonna pull in guys we've never heard of in our life."
Isaiah Livers and shit.
Come on, brother.
Don, I just want you to know the next best teams after that 17 and hold on, I gotta see. I don't know the number. 17 and 65. Both had 5 more wins.
5.
I don't care.
5
The
more wins.
33-win Trailblazers have the 3rd pick.
Fine win.
And then after that, it was what, 7? Actually, no. It was 10. After the 5, it was 10, and then it went to 13.
Hey, all that's fine with me.
So it's not like it was relatively close. It wasn't.
Now with the lottery, the top 3 teams get 14% of the odds. So
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it should be more of a
Or the
top
top.
5. I feel like it should be more of a top 5 kind of thing. If you're gonna make it lotto, make it top 5.
okay, but then
Because I feel like all that shit,
you're
I feel like
excluding teams like Orlando,
But
who
I feel
only
like-
won one more game.
But I feel like the teams that are like 10 through 15, I feel like that shit just skews that shit. That shit just fucks it up. If you get what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like
I'm
you know,
looking-
like you know, them niggas should not have a right to that 1st round pick anyway. So why the
That's
fuck?
what the
throw them in?
lottery for, bro. What you mean?
But I'm just saying, like, you know, they don't have a right to it. So why the fuck put them in there? If you get what I'm saying, just for the sake of
Everybody
because
gets
if
a
it's
chance.
gonna be a lottery,
just for the sake of fairness. That's what I'm saying. Just for the sake of fairness.
I get it because
if y'all don't,
if
think y'all
we're
should get the first
speaking
pick-
in fairness, then Detroit should have the 1st pick. That's
No,
fair.
no, that's not.
I mean, like it's some level of attaining integrity of not tanking and
Bro,
also like you know what I'm
Detroit
saying.
literally lost 80% of the games they played.
That's what
They
I'm
do it
saying.
on purpose.
I feel like maybe if they had different odds, maybe if it was just the top 10 and not top 15,
Man, I do
shit would
not
have went differently.
About it, man. I can't. I don't feel
Like it
bad.
should be top
Boy.
10, not top 15. Why the fuck do the 10th through the 15th best team get a lotto? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why do they get a chance at the number 1 pick? Like, tell me why a nigga in the middle of the pack deserves a number 1 pick. You tell me.
For some reason, the NBA chose 14 teams, brother. I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't fuck with
They
that.
said
That's like
14.
that's like a rich nigga playing the lottery. He don't deserve to win it, but he deserves a chance because he paid for his ticket.
Yeah, it's
You know
available.
what? Nah, you know what? You know, I hate y'all. Next
It's
question.
available to him. That's why.
Yeah,
son.
Next
it's available,
question.
so that's what it is. I just
Next
hate
question.
I just hate the fact that the Pistons do this every single year. So I
You know
don't
what?
feel
And I-
bad when
I-
they
I
You
don't
can
get the
hating on the
first pick.
Pistons, niggas.
I can get with you.
I hate the Pistons because you know what they do? When they don't win the lottery, they go trade for other niggas' top 5 picks. Marvin Bagley.
Somebody got to do the reclamation project.
Somebody got to see what's in the tank.
Somebody
Somebody got
gotta
to
do
know
it.
what he got.
Then you do that and you still tank on purpose. So what are we doing?
Tanking. That's what we're doing.
It's
nigga.
okay, yo. It's okay. You already answered my first
Them
question.
and like the Knicks. See, I'm glad the Knicks are riding. You know, they're good now because I don't have to keep dealing with, oh my God, we got cheated for tanking again. You suck. You sucking on purpose. You don't have to. When they ain't get Zion, I was happy.
That nigga
Good.
hate Knicks, son.
So
next
my
question?
question to you guys is my next question. If Portland is serious about trading their 3rd pick away,
Give it to the Wizards, please.
shut the hell up, brother. I didn't finish the question.
Talk about the
Yeah,
fuck.
you stay over there in your shadows. All right. If Portland trades that 3rd pick, who do you guys think are looking to move up to that 3rd spot? If you could say, I just say 3 teams. 3 teams from both of you guys. Who would be not? It's not who's interested. Who do you think will actually make that jump or make the trade, and who has the assets to get to 3?
Shit, nigga, everybody.
Toronto.
Yeah,
Toronto's one.
Toronto for sure.
Low key, if they're going to trade 3, that means they're keeping Dame, right?
Yeah. They want to, because they said they want to build around Dame. That's why.
That means a good player got to already be on that team. That means
They're
you got
not
to
in
give
the
up.
lottery, but the Timberwolves.
Oh, that's too bold, though.
Who they taking?
Yeah. Big Purr. He out of there.
Oh, that's way too bold, though. I don't know.
Give the shit.
I don't like it, yo.
You just traded for Rudy. You Ant-Man is your guy.
I mean, for the Timberwolves, I like it. Yeah. For the Portland, I don't like
Well,
it.
then why not? You got Dame and now you got Cat. Big Purr.
Yeah, that'll work out, but
Nigga,
I don't think
guarding that pick and roll would be hell because they're just
It
going to
would.
shoot it from 40 feet anyway.
it would, but you know my gripe. You know, like I be diving in too deep with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Cat got that. I don't think Cat got that dog in him, yo. I don't think he got that in him, yo.
I mean, sure, but he like
Y'all can call him Big Purr all y'all want. I don't think he got that dog in him.
forget
for
the
his
dog.
career. He averaged
I ain't
like
gonna
31
like
and
you
10.
want a nigga call Big Purr on your team, yo? Nah, I need Big Purr.
I'm not trading for him, nigga.
I need Big Purr. You know what
I don't care if you're a dog, cat, or something. Portland needs basketball players. So
Yeah, they need good ones.
I get what y'all saying, but
Maybe. I mean, I guess you could say the Wizards, but like, if
we would have to
Dame
trade.
and
I'm
Bradley
cool
Beal,
with it. I'm
is
cool
that
with
not
whoever we
Dame
trade.
and CJ all over again?
Send Bill there. Nah, give him Bill. Bill and whoever else. I don't give a
care
fuck.
who you want.
Go
Bill,
get Scoop.
Kuzma,
Bill
Porzingis,
Denny,
pick one.
Bill Corey, Bill Kuzma, Bill Kristaps. Nah, I keep Kristaps.
They're not going to ask
Bill-
for our young guys. They're going to want.
Bill anybody except Kristaps. I don't give a fuck.
Bill Kristaps is going to be it.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's gonna be Bill and Kristaps.
It's Bill or Kristaps.
Huh? My bad. Oh, cool. Yeah, give me a sir.
Yeah, my thing is, I think the Wizards could do it.
Or Scoop, Big Scoop.
Orlando could do it.
Orlando?
Yeah, if you really
What the
want,
fuck
like, a
they
good
want from
young-
Orlando, man?
I don't know. You what? Wendell?
I don't think they have the players. I don't think they have the players because they're
That
still
nigga said Wendell. Nigga,
Mo
like,
Wagner?
yeah, like you got young talent, but it's only person I can see you trading that's like assured talent is Paolo, and you're not trading Paolo.
You're not trading Paolo. You're not
Exactly.
trading Franz. You're probably not trading Fultz how he ended the year. Jalen Suggs not getting you there. Neither is Cole Anthony. That shit ain't happening, man.
Exactly.
Orlando's
Like,
going to stay
and
right
niggas
there.
don't want them niggas, so
They're going to stay right there at 6, and they're going to draft the biggest African they can at 6, like they always do. Going to find a big black guy to draft. Jarris Walker from Houston. 6'8",
Shout out my
240.
cousin, yo.
And they're going to put him at the 2 or some shit, because you know that's what Orlando do. I'm trying to think of a third team that could trade up. I mean, Orlando has 2 lottery picks. Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Get
That's
one
why,
of
like,
them.
I was like, it's disgusting, but
still no. What you gonna give me? You're gonna give me 6 and 11 for Wendell Carter, Jalen Suggs, Bobo.
You don't like
Jonathan
Bobo?
Isaac, but nobody wants him. Yeah, I don't know.
Nigga, I don't even think basketball wants Jonathan Isaac.
Jonathan Isaac don't want basketball. He wants to be a Republican. He wants to be a state senator.
talk about him, yo. He trying his hardest out here, man.
I guess I'm for that nigga.
All right. My second question
Uh,
is 4 players, I'm gonna say. And obviously it's 4 players that I'm gonna say.
Oh, 4 players.
Yeah, players. And it's 4 teams that's obviously left in this top 5. Just tell me where you guys think these players will fall. If they don't fall in the top 5, feel free to say that.
okay.
Scoot, Braxton, yes, your Alabama. Brandon, I'm sorry.
Nigga, you think about the Ohio State quarterback.
My bad. I'm sorry, Brandon. I don't know why. Brandon Miller. Yes, him.
Braxton Miller was a guy, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. Yeah, I said Braxton. I'm sorry. But yeah, and then the Thompson twins.
All 4 top 5 picks.
Yeah, they are.
I know that they're all top 4 picks.
It depends
But
on
we all
how,
know the top. We all know the top 4 now.
it all
where do
depends
they-
on
where
how
do they
Charlotte want to
fall?
go about it.
Yeah, I just want to know where do y'all think that they fall, and if they don't fall in the top 5, just say that and tell me where you may think that they fall.
All
They
of them
don't-
going top 5.
Yeah, but I think the order depends on how Charlotte want to go about it. If they want to go ahead, I personally think putting Scoot with LaMelo would be cool to see. Because first of all, I don't like Rozier, but
I think you need wing help, yo. I think
yeah,
you need
that's what I'm saying.
That would be the Brandon Miller.
Yeah, that I think, and if you do the wing route, you would go ahead and get Miller. But Scoot it's such an attractive pick. It's up to them though.
That young man's first step is some shit I haven't seen in a long time. If he gets that first step on you, he might end your career. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how his first step is. And he's a much better passer than I gave him credit for too.
Yeah. So believe me, if they pair that with LaMelo, I would completely understand.
I can almost guarantee you a Thompson twin will be in Houston though. One of them.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm thinking a Sir because Amen is more of a point guard. Like he's more of a lead guard kind of guy. And like him and Jalen Green, Jalen's a better shooter, probably a better ball handler, but they have skill.
I feel like I feel like they got a lot of guards there. You got a lot of ball handlers, a lot of guards.
Like Amen is 6'7", 200. So like it's not like he's small. Just a big guard, but he's a guard. Yeah. He's like Amen is like tall Ja. If Ja was 6'7", 200, that'd probably be what you would compare him to Amen to. You know what I'm saying?
And a law-abiding citizen.
Like shit.
Ja law-abiding citizen too. What you mean? Detroit is funny because they have 2 guards. They have Cade and
Ivy.
Jaden Ivey. Jarris Walker's nice here.
You want to know what's funny?
Probably
I wouldn't know who Jarris Walker was if it wasn't for 2K.
Oh Jesus, Jarris Walker was like that. He's my Sean Marion comp.
I ain't gonna lie. It was not because like I know about him now, but like when I first started, like I had my 2K league and I was just doing shit, and like you have like you update the rosters every couple of years. You only do like the first like the next 3 years because that's the only like kind of like sheet
Trying to
predict.
get Bronny James in this jump.
Yeah, that's the only shit you can kind of predict, or like it could be like accurate. So yeah, like, and I was just like, who is this nigga Jarris Walker bumping me out the playoffs area? Who is this nigga getting all this shit? I was like, oh,
That boy can play now.
I was like, oh, this him.
Yeah, I
All
fuck
right,
with
this
Jarris.
is
Very
forward kind of
versatile.
cool. I started looking at the tail. I was like, oh, he like that. Nah. I
Very, very versatile.
was like, that's my cousin. That's my cousin.
Good
That's
shot
my
blocker.
blood.
Nice catch and shoot guy. Well, not
That's
nice,
my
but he's
blood,
getting
yeah.
there. I like Jarris Walker. But I still think the top 5 will be the same. It'll be Thompson twins, Scoot, Brandon, Wemby in some order. Now, Cam Whitmore is a guy from Villanova who could come down to
I've
take.
heard about him. Yeah.
He could come down there and be one of those spots. He's built like a fucking F-150. He's like 6'6", 235. That's a big boy right there. I like Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, I've heard about him. What about Anthony Black? Your boy.
He's a funny player to me. He's a funny player because he makes a lot of really, really good decisions. Like, he's a great passer. He can operate well in the pick and roll. He knows when to cut. He knows when to attack closeouts. But he can't shoot at all. Like, he just can't shoot. So he's like, to me, it's kind of like if you put Tyus Jones' brain in Lonzo Ball's body, that's who Anthony Black is.
Jesus.
Yeah, he just now Lonzo developed.
Yeah,
as that's a good player to me.
Because the length and the height, it'll replace some defense. It'll replace some of it.
And Anthony Black can defend. He can defend.
It'll replace some. Yeah, because I
he
didn't think
has
that
the
he was a
decision
terrible
making.
defender. I never thought Black was a terrible defender.
Yeah, he's a good defender. He can definitely defend. Now, is he a Lonzo level defender to me? Probably not. But Lonzo was a very good defender. Lonzo was a better shooter than him from 3.
Yeah.
But those are the 2 players he kind of reminds me of, Lonzo and Tyus Jones, and different parts of his game.
I got you. No shit. I think that's been a pod right there. Don, you gone?
Nah.
They getting a dunk.
Yeah, that nigga put his phone down, nigga. I don't know what the hell you doing over there. I'm put the etc. tab on. But yeah, it's been a pleasure to have y'all here for another pod. Appreciate y'all being here. We'll be back next week. Tune in. Make sure y'all tell your brothers, your sisters,
Kinfolk.
your fathers, your mothers, your aunties. The aunties for sure. Tell your aunties, y'all. All right. You ain't gotta tell your uncles too much. I mean, like if they like sports, tell them.
Yeah, tell your uncles too. Yeah.
But tell your aunties, yo. That's all I gotta say. Hey, Stu, wrap it up.
You know, man, you know what it is. I love y'all. Everybody be safe. Don't do drugs. Don't talk to strangers.
Unless some strangers are giving you some Donald, tell them what we do, yo.
No, I just got Lakers in 7.
Okay.
And LeBron, I
He
trust.
watching the
My boy
game.
Nate.
Hey, Don, give us a score update before I end the pod.
Celtics are up 10, and Max Strus just shot his first shot in the game, period. Bam
right.
is cooking, Butler is cooking, but they're losing bad because Marcus Smart is dealing.
Marcus Smart.
Like,
You
Marcus
heard it.
Smart-
You
I'm
heard
like
it first.
dead ass. Like Marcus Smart look like prime Rondo out here for some reason.
You heard it first here, yo. That's what Marcus Smart does, yo. You
Oh,
gotta say
thank
it like
God.
Mark Wahlberg and shit, yo. Marcus Smart.
Yeah, he got 9
Saying like you
assists
from
already.
the city and shit, yo.
He has what?
Yeah, he got 3 points, 9 assists. Like he's not.
Yeah,
You
damn. I
could
need
have
the
just
button.
put Marcus Smart 8 fucking assists as a straight.
I'm about to buy a soundboard, yo. Just like
I got some parlays where he was supposed to get 6 assists. He already hit that. So
That's